All right, y'all, we live again. I don't know what happened. So we just gonna act like the first one didn't even go down. We just gonna do it again. So without further ado, this is Officer Hitchcock, y'all. So Officer Hitchcock was one of them officers where, you know, if you ran across him, it normally wasn't good for you. You know what I'm saying? But Officer Hitchcock was one of them officers who chose to step up, ask a couple questions, and find out what was going on. So with that, we saying recording, the importance of recording traffic stops, the importance of recording officers, and the benefits that you get out of doing all of that. So we gonna touch all of that today, y'all, on this episode of Streetwatchers.
The Supreme Court has ruled. The Supreme Court, right? You know what that is? The U.S. Supreme Court.
He said, well, the Supreme Court stated something.
Yeah, he trying to wave at y'all recording.
Hey, I'm good. I'm thank y'all for having that camera around me, so I'm protected, man.
They say stop recording because we gonna charge her. Now that shit was recording.
To identify all occupants of a vehicle when we were detaining that vehicle.
Where I should give him my ID and we all.
I'm like, sir, can I raise my back windows up because I got a whole newborn in here. You know what I'm saying? It's cold out here.
Somebody needs to watch this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad y'all doing that. I appreciate everything y'all doing.
What's going on, y'all? This Street Talk, Ep.4. We're gonna call this one Day and Night. Why day and night? Because, and if y'all tuned in to the last one too, man, you know what I mean? Like I'm hopefully don't say the same thing, but you know what I mean? I don't know what happened to that live. It just, everything went black in front of me. You know what I mean? Like everything just went black. So we're gonna crank it over. We're gonna start over. You know what I mean? And we gonna get it popping. Matter of fact, let me just start this video because everything that's at the beginning of that joint we won't necessarily need. I don't want to rename. I want to play it. There we go. Oh, they got a car flag for real, and he just didn't want to be there for this shit. Turn that down again too, y'all, because I used just a little profanity. I'm trying to figure out why YouTube won't let me monetize these videos. Neither. That's a whole nother story, but I think it's law enforcement and they whole issue with law enforcement. Like, people use law enforcement videos. I recorded all of this. This mine. So YouTube, if you're listening, this is all my video, okay? We're not using nothing from nobody else. So we're gonna get into it. So here we go, y'all. They going in his pockets. They was cuffing him. So Officer Hitchcock, y'all. Like I was saying, Officer Hitchcock is one of them officers where, let me take these out real quick. Officer Hitchcock is one of them officers where, like I said, you didn't want to come across him. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we will see in this video, he's kind of giving, this young man the third degree. You know what I mean? Like really giving him the third degree. Now here go another traffic stop that interrupted all of this. But these two officers, y'all, is Officer Pretty and Officer Green. That's jumping out of this vehicle. Now, Officer Pretty and Officer Green, they like the camera. They really like the camera. We got a lot of footage of Officer Pretty. Plus, Officer Pretty and Officer Green was the only officers who chose to stop every time, they didn't have nothing else to do. You know what I mean? Like, that was just what they did. So they did things to be on camera. You know what I mean? They was actually sitting there at that traffic stop when we first pulled up. So I'm probably sure they saw us coming. And swung around to show out for the camera. But that's really all it is. That fired some gunshots off of me. Those gunshots to get them removed off the way. But that's Officer Hitchcock right there, y'all. Look at him. He's just, he all in that man vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Front, the back, like he's all in there. And I want y'all to keep that in mind because that's gonna come into play later. Now they just heard the
scared of that
gunshot,
kind of
so
shit. I know they heard that.
No, they hear that. All of them, and they ain't gonna move.
Business. Let me turn it down. I'm doing all that yelling, y'all. So let's let them clear on out real fast. All right. So back to Officer Hitchcock over here and the importance of recording, y'all. Because without an actual recording, we wouldn't know what's going on. We wouldn't know what's going on in these traffic stops. You know what I'm saying? And this right here, as much as, like I say, we take it to be normal, it's not normal. You know what I mean? They got the guy's door open. He's outside in handcuffs. And I didn't say it in the last video, so I'll say it now so, you know, everybody can kind of be aware when we get to that point. But it's cold outside. And anybody that knows cameras in the cold, you know, batteries don't last. So, you know, this being an extended traffic stop, battery just didn't hold up, you know, for most of this. It got the traffic stop, but a part later on down the line, it cuts out. But I just want to, you know, give y'all a heads up on that because we will have to deal with that. But looking at this traffic stop, this guy, Officer Hitchcock, he's going all through this car, y'all. I mean, he's going all through the car. He done went through the front. He done went through the back. He done did all of that. So now is, you know, hey, do you really work for this or work for that? And then where we go from here? That's Officer Lemon. Officer Lemon is a real character, as you'll see in later episodes. But now he's questioning this guy. You know, he went through his car. He didn't find nothing. You know what I'm saying? So now he's finna take his firearm off the top of the car, and he's gonna go back, and he's gonna run the firearm. Now, let's keep in mind, this young gentleman that's standing over here is a United States postal worker. You know what I mean? Look at him. He has the postal hoodie on. He got the pants on, like full post office worker uniform, period. A federal worker. At this point, I would think his position is maybe just a little higher, you know what I mean, than this city cop when it comes to, you know, really positioning, because he's a federal worker. So being a federal worker, do we not think that this guy should have a firearm, or is it because, you know, he has dreads? Because, I mean, if you know, you pay attention, almost every video that we done showed thus far of guys that's been stopped, pulled out of their cars, handcuffed, and searched over their firearms have been young black men with dreads. Now, all of them ain't like that, and it's not intentional that, you know, thus far that's what we saw, but that's the majority of, you know, what our young guys look like. Now, not saying that, you know, they stereotype them to stop them because everybody ain't got it. But we seem to see a pattern here. You know what I mean? We really seem to see a pattern. But, of course, like I'm saying, this young guy, he's a postal worker. This officer, once again, he searched his vehicle. He's now searching his firearm, all while this guy's standing out in the freezing cold. Like, it is freezing cold out there. I got the audio down on the video because that's all I was talking about over there. It's cold. Like, I'm freezing. I don't think the camera gonna last. Like, it was a lot going on while trying to film this, so I can just imagine what this guy was going through just trying to get home. And now, you know, he has this long delay. And this delay will be important because, like I said, the importance of recording and the benefits of them. See, this is maybe the 6th stop of Officer Hitchcock that we've recorded thus far. He know we done been at every last one of the ones that we was at. So at this point, I'm sure he's kind of curious. You see how Lemon looked at us a few minutes ago. They know They are aware that we're always there. But what we doing? Nah, they don't really know. So back to this officer real quick. He's done checking the firearm, y'all. So the firearm obviously came back clean because he's pulling it back out the car. But watch what he does. He walks right over to the trunk, boop, 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 try to pop the trunk. He shouldn't do that. You can't go in that trunk. You can't go in that trunk. Even yesterday, the officer put the car in the passenger compartment. You know what I mean? Put the firearm in the passenger compartment, if I didn't say that right. But now this guy is doing what? He popping trunks. He over popping trunks. Look at him. He didn't pop the trunk. Now look at him. Watch what he do. Watch what he do. He finna pull his flashlight out. He done pulled his flashlight out. Now he finna start looking around. So what are you looking for? You know what I mean? Like, is that really how this go? Because he shouldn't be in that trunk at all. Without the suspicion of a crime, he shouldn't be in that trunk. Those are mail bags in the trunk. What are you looking for? You searched the guy's car, wasn't nothing in his car. You ran his firearm came back cool. Now you using the rules if I'm gonna put your firearm in your trunk to continue searching this man's vehicle when you clearly know he's not in the wrong. But you're not even done yet. You going back to the court now to ask more crazy questions about whatever this man has in his car. Clearly, we know it's not illegal. So what you trying to do now? You trying to, make a friend? It's cold out there. It is cold, y'all. It is cold. Look at the look on that guy's face. He like, are you serious? Are you serious, man? But just like any officer, now it's time for the womp. I done searched your car, you came back clean. I done ran your firearm, it came back clean. I done further violated you by going in your trunk, it came back clean. Now let me explain to you how dangerous my job is and why I need to do the things that I do and why you was just out here for 20 minutes in the cold. Like, it makes no sense. You know what I mean? Because that's all he doing right now. That's all he doing. It's telling them how hard his job is and why he had to do this young guy like that. Now I'm going to turn the volume back up. Listen to what he says to him when he pulls off. When he takes the cuffs off of him.
Take care of your business.
So that's what it is. You know what I mean? You just put that man through all of that.
Facts.
To tell him to take care of it.
Hold up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that was me calling because I knew, like, this officer's about to find out. We know everybody in the neighborhood. When you know everybody in the neighborhood that they patrolling, then they should know everybody too. You patrolling because then you shouldn't be doing people like that.
Yeah, what's up?
So I noticed you guys were following around police officers. Is this like a documentary or? There's nothing illegal. I'm just curious.
Nah, man. I was born and raised in this neighborhood. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I did community work out in this neighborhood for the last 9 years. So the video stopped. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, it was cold. Batteries was tripping or whatever. And I'm glad that I got as much as I got because I did have the traffic stop. Most of the conversation, though, with him and this other officer is just this, and then it's another little piece that will, pop up real quick. And we'll play that. You know what I mean? Nothing real big, just me explaining to him, who people are in the community, what it is that they do, the struggles and issues that people go through, because that's what I want these officers to realize. Like, everybody's human too. You know what I mean? And the community is looked upon to, I guess, be the perfect people. Because if I'm having a bad day, and I get stopped by an officer, I shouldn't, my bad day got to go away right there. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why do my bad day got to go away because this officer is acting the way that he acting or want to talk to me or whatever? Because if you walk up to the car, and let's give a scenario real quick, y'all. Let's give a scenario real quick. Say I get into it with my lady. You know what I mean? I'm arguing with my lady. I just need time to breathe. But I'm steaming. I'm hot. So you do what a man should do. Okay, I'm going to step away for a minute. I'm going to ride out and go get a breather. Soon as I leave the house, hit the corner, I get stopped. I ain't had time to process what I'm going through yet. And then now I have to deal with an officer. So when he walk up to the car, the first thing out my mouth might be, what do you want? Or, man, today ain't the day for that. Or might even, I'm not in the mood. And all of them will be what it is. But then it will come down to the officer automatically assuming that you're aggressive. Like, nah, man, I got a life too. You don't think I was living my life before you bothered me? Because that's basically all it is. You bothering me. Because now you talking to me and my attitude isn't what you think it should be or expect it to be. Then now here we got the problem. Get out the car. What's my issue and all this other stuff when it's like, really, that ain't none of your business. I'm not having a good day. Why I can't just say I'm not having a good day? I have to explain why I'm not having a good day, get off into detail, all kind of other stuff. Now I want to get too off topic because we talking about Hitchcock. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me run this. This 5 minutes, y'all. I'm going to let y'all hear this because once again, like I said, it's full transparency with all of this, and this is video that we got.
Patrolling in Wells, Goodfellas, guess who you going to keep running into? You're not hard to find because every time y'all light up, I can find you.
Sure. All right. Well,
So if
listen,
he
I was
running
just
around
curious.
here doing that fuck shit and that bullshit, he just got to stop it. That's it.
Well, I was just curious because listen, it's not the first time I've seen you guys. I was just legitimately.
Man, you know
I mean-
what, too,
I
y'all
mean-
I didn't know if
probably
there's like a
after.
documentary going on.
You would do
or
everything in your
something like
power to make sure he made it home to his family, wouldn't you?
that. Yeah.
So I believe this camera right here is curtailing a whole bunch of bullshit to make sure my people pull off. Everybody that I done seen y'all stop and have flagged, it wouldn't be hard to put out a fucked up documentary if I wanted to because I know every last one of these people. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's not the 525? Oh, okay. Cool.
I wasn't finna follow nothing.
But yeah, no, like I said, man, I don't got a problem with you. I was just curious. That's all.
I mean, that's all it is, man. All I'm saying is, and this would be an issue for you to answer your question, man. As y'all rolling around this neighborhood, man, actually learn who these people are.
Get to know
because
the
these are the
community.
same people that's out here every day.
Get to
I
know
don't
the community,
I'm not
man.
saying you
like,
do.
Let me turn this down real quick,
answering.
y'all. Getting to know the community. That's really all it is. And I know the community, might not even be really ready for this, but the point of knowing the community. Let me stop this real quick, y'all. Let me stop this. Let me get to the real fast, man. Let me talk to y'all real quick. If we don't have our backs, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else is going to have our backs, period. You know what I mean? These officers, they look at this like a real job. They're given instructions. They have to go out. They have to execute those instructions, period. Now, like this officer said, it could be discretion. The camera's on, so, they can't let you slide for having temporary tags that's expired. That's BS. You know what I mean? That's BS. Now, I'm going to say I ain't never seen no tickets issued, and that could be a good thing. But I will also say those tickets aren't issued after, you done had somebody sitting out in the cold for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You done violated and went through their car, went through their trunk, went through their person. Like, you done did everything to these people, and then you let them go. Like you just told that guy, take her. He did all of that to tell him, take her. Why did you search his vehicle? The real question would be, why did he have to get out, even on a traffic stop? If it was a situation to give a warning, give a warning. If it was a situation to give a ticket, give a ticket. Yeah, it's on the officer to do whatever it is to do, but I'm saying pulling you out your car, handcuffing you, putting you in the elements, all of that is not right. It's just not right. It's just not right. So something has to be done, you know what I mean, to basically fix those, just fix it, man. You know what I mean? Like, y'all already know, you know what I mean? It's got to be a balance. It's got to be a balance. All of these different policies and rules and ordinances are passing to stop certain things, but nothing is passing that's going to actually help the situation. We steady saying that the police they ain't got this, or it ain't enough for them, or they don't have a culture that will survive doing what they doing. Don't nobody want to work for y'all knowing half of them is crooked, half of them doing what they doing. Like, you're actually out in the community. The community knows this, man. Then when y'all say they ain't helping us, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, for what? They don't know y'all. But moving along, how the camera really aids and assists. You know what I mean? Once again, Hitchcock, y'all just saw what he did. You know what I mean? Got the guy out the car, went through his car, checked his weapon, went back through the car, went through the trunk. He did a whole bunch of stuff. We sat and watched it. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it was. We sat and watched it. This was maybe after filming, like I said, 5 or 6 traffic stops of him. So after this conversation of talking and trying to explain to him, like, hey, man, it should be a better way to approach people. It should be a better way to handle business when it comes to the community. So 5, 6, 7 traffic stops after that, after constantly saying, damn, man, this still what we gonna do, this still what we gonna do, then we end up at this point. Now, this is actually video from an episode that was part of the Make It Make Sense series, the memes. You can actually go a little further back on YouTube and find this actual piece. But let's look at the difference. The point of showing this is the difference. You know what I mean? Are we gonna turn this up? So seeing that he got a firearm at that point, you know, you got to get out because, I mean, we don't know how it's gonna go. Now I'm gonna let this roll out, y'all. I want y'all to watch this whole situation. Now that's Officer Hitchcock right there with his firearm. But I want y'all to watch this whole situation right here. And then we're gonna go back and then we're gonna break it down. Because that's the benefit of having the camera. And I want everybody to see that's the benefit of having the camera. Because what happened last time? What did we just watch that officer do? He was all in that car, wasn't he? Y'all probably don't even know that there's somebody in that passenger seat right now because ain't nobody making no moves like it's a passenger in that passenger seat. They ain't even got this guy in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm smiling a little bit because that's that proud work right there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look, he went got the guy's cell phone. You know, they make sure you don't get on your phone. Like, y'all see the difference in the last traffic stop to this traffic stop. You know what I mean? Now, the young guy, he has no clue because he keeps saying, I'm cool, y'all ain't got to record. I'm cool. But he ain't got a clue that he's only getting that royal treatment that he's getting right now because that traffic stop is being recorded. He don't know, but that officer, yeah, he knows why we're there. And he's actually trying to do better on camera because it's been brought to his attention how business is handled. Once again, I'm not stopping this video because this is real time, y'all. Once again, we just watched him go through a vehicle, go through the front, go through the back, ran the firearm, came back, went through the trunk, came back, went through the back seat again. He ain't did none of that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did none of that. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. He back. Now, he's still reaching for that trunk. You know what I'm saying? He's still reaching for that trunk. See, he can't pop it. He trying to pop it right there. He can't pop it. So he like, man, here, go on, pop your trunk for me. You know what I mean? No, y'all. Don't let them pop your trunk. Firearms don't go in the trunk. You know what I mean? They go up there where it was at with you. You know what I'm saying? But look at this. You know what I mean? Like, look at it. Now, that traffic stop is over with. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. Just that quick, y'all. That was 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes. So let's kind of revisit yesterday a little bit, right? Both of those young guys got pulled out. Same situation. Pulled out, car searched, all that. You know what I mean? The video before this, got pulled out, car searched, all that. Now, the difference with yesterday was them 800 boys. That's mobile reserve. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to hear nothing. This officer right here is a district officer, so he's out here every day. You know what I'm saying? He patrols that neighborhood, was patrolling that neighborhood every day. So anybody could look up, and that's one of the officers you're going to always see. That was the situation. That was the case. But it was what that officer did. He came over, and he asked, why we recording? He wanted to know what was going on. Once again, once we explained it to him, it took him 5-6 more traffic stops for it to set in. But this is how his traffic stops started looking at that point. They wasn't as combative. It's the same situation, except that young guy, he had a passenger. Like, if you was to put it in levels of the way that they say danger, you never tripped off the passenger. You never said nothing to the passenger. But that's the law, though. The passenger wasn't driving. So when they pull people out and I need everybody IDs, like, that's not the law. So I don't know if he went, sat down, figured it out, and he said, hey, when I'm on camera, I'm going to do it by the book. But that was, I would say, by the book. We pulled up. We saw the traffic stop happen. The camera came on right as really they were stopping. He got right out. So y'all seen when we rolled past, he was at the window getting the ID. By the time we got to the other side of the street and got posted, you know, yeah, they was getting out the car, I guess, because he told him he had the firearm. But did we see the difference of the firearm? He let him hand it to him. He didn't pull him out the car, put him in handcuffs, and sit him on the sidewalk and then went in there and got it. He let him hand it to him. He handed it to him. So do y'all see the difference? You know what I mean? If we ain't letting them know where we stand with certain things, then they just gonna keep treating us the way that they treat us. Getting out there with that camera, it really does make a difference. It really does make a difference. Because once again, we see the total difference in the traffic stops. Once again, he didn't look in that car. They didn't even ask the passenger their name. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only bringing the passenger up because if they hollering safety and security, and this is what now, you know, I be calling BS on a lot of stuff, y'all. It's the way they carry themselves. If you want to go out and you want to be all high strung and, you know, that's how you moving, that's how you going to move. But you don't have to move like that against the community. I'm sure the young man just now was steady saying don't record because in his mind, he was like, damn, this traffic stop is going good. But it's going good because the camera is out. And we talked to him after the fact. He's another one of those youngsters, like he said, he had been stopped 3-4 times in the last couple of weeks. So he already knew to play, you know what I'm saying, with the firearm demonstration. But having an officer who understood how to handle somebody with that firearm. It wasn't a rough you up. This shouldn't be a felony stop. This shouldn't be none of that. If every traffic stop turned out to be a warning, it wouldn't matter as long as it went like that. Yeah, you ran his firearm. Yeah, you ran his name. All of that came back right. Now, like we seen yesterday, the guy left and they was in the car the whole time. There was no big deal until he came back because his computer said it might be a firearm in the vehicle. But if your computer's telling you it might be a firearm in the vehicle and it's telling you it's a legal firearm, why did he have to get out? Why did he have to go in handcuffs? Why did he have to be searched? All of that. So like I said, the benefits, y'all, of recording, you know what I'm saying? If we turn that into a habit, if we turn that into something that we know what it is. Recording a traffic stop ain't me just, I want you on camera because you got stopped by the police. This is making sure you go home. If we go back and we even just start talking about a lot of stuff and bringing up different situations, it could really get deep. Because even in the George Floyd situation, the 17-year-old young lady, what if she'd have made that decision to say, I don't got time to stand here for this, and she would have walked off? Or recorded 30 seconds and been like, I ain't got time. And she was out. It never would have made it to the world. You know what I mean? So even in situations like that, it's like, do we have to wait until they do something to try to make a change? Or can we just get out there every day and make a change? I believe every day we can make a change. Because if everybody start putting cameras on them, then they know they can't. You gotta start getting right. He got right. Why? Because even like he said in the first clip, I don't know what you're gonna do with that footage. None of them knew what I was gonna do with the footage. But my whole thing was, can you get to know the community? We was watching, we was paying attention. That's why we was able to notice the change in him. But once again, it's on video, y'all. So we get to see the change. That's the real difference in being able to record. It's your First Amendment right. Stop and record. In certain situations, yeah, you have to play it. Like in this situation, I don't even know if y'all heard it, but Hitchcock said as soon as I pulled up, you can't sit right there. I know. But that be the thing with them. They know they can't stop me from recording, so you try to find other little elements. But once you learn how to move around all of that, because I didn't do nothing but just go up, park like I was supposed to, and walk right back right there. It's more than one camera going, so we're not going to miss nothing. But being able to record to save a life, y'all. To literally save a life. If you just now tuning in, go back to the beginning and check it out. Look at the first traffic stop and look how that officer handled that traffic stop. That was before he knew it was somebody out here that cared. Once he found out it was somebody that cared, but he didn't know how much they cared, then he started caring just a little bit. Because those 15 to 20 minute stops now are down to 2.5, 3 minute stops. And that's with you running a firearm. So when people are sitting out there for 15, 20 minutes, is it really necessary? Because these videos, once again, this shows you from start to finish how long it took this process to really go through. So with that, y'all, I'm going to wrap it up. I know we had that first live. I don't really know how long I've been here. This one probably won't be as long as the last one, only because it kind of got, twisted just a little bit. I might leave that one up. I might pull it down. I don't know. But you can go check out either or as of right now. But, that's what it is, y'all. Make sure you film, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm finna go, you know what I mean? Just to recap, this is the importance of recording traffic stops. The importance, excuse my tongue. The importance of recording traffic stops. We might not think they make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And don't let the officer talk you down neither. Because the officer try to talk you down. Don't let them talk you down. You got the right to record a traffic stop. I'm always across the street, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or at least 2 houses away. I'm always out the way. So make sure your safety and security is first. Don't let them 1-2 and then put you in a trick bag and now they got you. Because they'll lie. They'll lie. All you trying to do is record to make sure your fellow citizen is making it home, and they'll lie and take you somewhere to make sure you don't make it home. That's crazy, but it happens. That's why we showing these videos in their entirety. I could have cut that up and made it seem like something, but no. Since it's a problem with the edits, then you get it live. You get it full. That way, it could be talked about. And I know everybody that's clicking in, you know what I'm saying? It told me yesterday that 90% of the people there was people that was subscribed. Y'all can jump down in that comment section, man. Jump down in that comment section and let your voice be heard. These videos are really being watched by, you know, the change makers, so to speak. Because the first time I say something that's going to be for benefit of us, they going to go change it to make sure it ain't. So we got to speak up, y'all. When we see these wronged situations, or when we see these situations where we know they can get better, we all got to speak up. That's the purpose of showing it. It was very dangerous, y'all, being out there getting this footage. Because if y'all scared of them just, you know, riding around, just imagine having to get out and actually stand there. You feel me? So I'm saying y'all words are welcomed. You know what I mean? Talk on it. If you done been a victim of police brutality, speak on it. If you had unlawful traffic stops, speak on it. If they've ever searched you and didn't have a reason, speak on it. Because if we don't speak up, it'll just seem like I'm just some guy that gets in front of a camera and talks about the police. The comment section should be running rampant at this point. And I know a lot of people not even hip to, you know, these videos being out because this is just day 4. But that's the purpose of me talking to the few people that is listening to me now. Like, share these videos. If you haven't seen the first 3, go check them out. You know, 2, it's not really all that. I'm going to let you know right now. I was trying to, you know, test something with YouTube, and I just had to be live for a certain amount of time. So, you know what I mean? I went back and did something else. But it is worth, you know, a watch if you just want a little information. But it hasn't been, you know, in depth like I've really been doing, you know, these right here, even though it's titled in depth, ironically. But spread the word, y'all. You know what I mean? Let your people know. Because it's something in one of these videos, you know what I'm saying, that might help somebody. It might be something in one of these videos that might help you get through the next traffic stop. So, you know, just spread the word and let people know. I'm showing these traffic stops, and you know, the people that's in these traffic stops at the time of recording them, you know what I mean, they did give permission. So I'm not really blurring no faces because I want people to see them. Like, if you run across them in public and you have to ask them, like, nah, that guy really did. I talked to Marco after that. Nice guy. Get hassled back and forth by law enforcement, but he's used to it. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we had to really kind of nail down was using the term firearm. When you're talking to law enforcement, do not use the word gun. Say firearm. That's the word they programmed under. You say gun, you're subject to get shot. That's the word that they scream before they open fire on you. So say firearm, so you using the word that, you know, they use among their colleagues to refer to their sidearm. You see what I'm saying? Because gun ain't in their vocabulary unless, you know, it's something dangerous. And if they want to make it dangerous, then that's what they gonna yell. And if you hear it, you better duck. You dig? So with that, y'all, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I don't know if I'm going to jump on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I know everybody, you know, do their little Sunday thing. Plus, you know, we might be outside, y'all. Might hop outside and go live. I might not be inside. I might go live from outside tomorrow. So until then, man, study your rights, y'all. and keep your cameras rolling.